Hello and welcome back to Master Game Design, Unreal Engine 5, Stylized Environment and Third-Person Blueprint course. In the last lesson, we left off by completing the pickup system, and now we should do something with the items we picked up. But to be honest, we are gonna skip this step and do the result of, let's say, where we are gonna deliver the items. So we're gonna do some easy things. We're gonna create a gate and a door. So let's begin by going to our blueprints folder, right click, create a new blueprint class, type actor, of type actor, and let's call it pp gate. That will be our gate that is going up and down. Let's open it. And in viewport, as we're gonna need a static mesh. Let's call it gate. And this static mesh should be, we have some assets. Let's go to Egyptian stylized props. Let's go to meshes. There is a lot, so I'm gonna type door. There's no door. I'm sorry, I meant Egyptian harbor pack, not stylized props. So on Egyptian harbor pack, I typed door, and I'm gonna choose this one, SM harbor asset doors door double. Well, this is supposed to say wood, but it says wood. So yeah, this one. I'm gonna drag and drop it to our static mesh, and we have our gate. Now its pivot is not where I wanted. Let's see what does the blueprint look towards. I'm gonna bring an arrow. Okay. To be honest, this is gonna be a movement that this static mesh goes just up and down. So I can place it and in the world as I want. So I'm gonna leave it like this. And let's go to event graph. Now, what we're gonna need, what we want to do actually is we want to change the location of this static mesh. This could be done on relative space or world space. I'm gonna do it on world space. It depends on your design of the two you choose. Relative space is based on the actor's coordinate system, and world space is based on the world's coordinate system. That's the difference. So what I'm gonna need is the original location from this. So I'm gonna get location world. Since I have decided I'm gonna use world location, I need to get the world location. I'm gonna promote this to variable. Let's say original location. And I'm gonna connect this to event begin play. Now, the way this gate is gonna open is gonna be from a remote call. Player is not gonna be interacting with this and the gate will be opening. It's gonna open when the quest is completed. So we need some way to inform this blueprint that the quest is completed. Now, this could be done by an event dispatcher, could be done by holding a reference and sending a message. It could be done by a blueprint interface. In this scenario, we're going to choose a blueprint interface. And I'm just going to add the item. Sorry, not imported namespaces, interface. BI item comps. And actually, I'm going to need to add a new function on item comps. Let's find the BI. and open it. So there it is, it's open. And I'm gonna add a new function and call it remote action. Compile and save, go back to the blueprint. Now it appeared here from our interface functions, and I'm gonna double click on it and it will create an event. Compile and save. Now from this, when this is called, what I want to do is actually add a timeline, and I'm gonna call it git.tl, and I'm gonna open the timeline. Double click on it. Now I want it to use last keyframe, and I'm gonna add a float track and add 2 points. I hold shift and click to add a point. I'm gonna select the first point and set its time to 0 and value will be 0. And on time, let's say 3 seconds. I want the value to be 1. I'm gonna zoom in my graph so it fits. So what does this mean actually? It means that in the duration of 3 seconds, the value will go from 0 to 1. Now, what are we gonna do with this value? We're gonna get our gate and we're gonna set world location. And we're gonna connect this to update, and oh, I didn't name the track, did I? On our back on inside our timeline, on our external curve, it has it's called new track. I'm gonna press F2 and name it gate drive. Yeah, it's a fine name. So back to our event graph. From set world location for our gate, I'm gonna drag a cable from new location and type lerp, a lerp vector or a lerp float or anything lerps between point A to point B based on an alpha drive that we have our gate drive over here. Now A would be the original location and B would be, I'm gonna get our original location, break it, I'm gonna make a vector out of it, out of X. I'm gonna connect also Y, but for Z, I wanna add a number, which will be the height of our gate going up. And I'm gonna promote this number to a variable, so maybe I can change this later on. I'm gonna make it instance editable, I'm gonna expose it on spawn, and I'm gonna name this variable gate raising gate. I don't know. It's a fine name. And I'm gonna give it a default value of let's say 500. Maybe it's too much. Let's put 500 and we'll decide. This is why we have it also as expose on spawn and instance editable, so we can change it on our editor. And these are fine. So this is it for our gate, and we don't need anything else. We can put it on our level, or we can actually test it. But we will need to connect. Let's rotate it a little bit. Now, just for testing, let's connect this begin play to play the timeline. Let's watch it go up. Yeah, 500 was a lot. So I'm gonna do 200. Display goes up. Yeah, 200 seems fine. I can fit under it. Well, the actual value we can see on the map when we are implementing these features. So let's have our gate. Let's disconnect this, compile and save. And this is it for this one. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Goodbye.